How should I structure my strength and conditioning around my sport training? When it comes to trying to structure strength and conditioning around your sport, the key thing to factor in is what are your key sessions of the week? Because to start off with, everything needs to be built around those key sessions. And that's why it's important to really have clear goals around what you're trying to achieve. In boxing, this might be a bit easier in a sport like MMA where you've got 4 or 5 different disciplines, but you only have so much energy to expend throughout the week. And now if your main goal is to be stronger, and you've decided that physically that is where your biggest weakness is, then you probably need to make the strength and conditioning sessions the priority, especially if you're out of camp or you've got a bit of extra time to develop that strength. But if you're in camp and you have wrestling sessions at your key sessions, or you're a boxer and you have 2 key sparring sessions a week, everything needs to be built around those sessions. And really your physical component is one of the last things that needs to come into the week. Now, for me personally, I always try to express the athletes I work with to try and align some of their harder days in their sport with some of the harder days in the gym. So if you're sparring on a Tuesday, maybe do your heaviest strength lift of the week on a Tuesday as well, because that's the day where your body's probably going to accrue the most damage, accrue the most fatigue, and we might as well do your strength work on top of that. Whereas if you have a lighter day in the week where you're just doing some technical pads with your coach, then maybe that's the day that you put an easy run or some sprint intervals on the assault bike in there that isn't going to add too much other fatigue. But really, there's no, in my opinion, set amount of strength and conditioning you need to do. It all just works around what your key goals are and then how it fits in with the greater picture of your training week.